Hello and welcome to Table for Five with No Reservations. Take a seat at the table for a fresh, sweet, salty, tart, and pleasantly bitter conversation.
Thank you for taking a seat at the table. Tonight is our No Reservation episode. We're going to cut loose, talk some relationship questions, get the funny back again. So tonight I have Jen.
Hello.
Kim.
Hello.
Jamie.
Hello.
Rachel.
Hey.
And I'm Tabitha. So we're going to start off this No Reservations with what is the biggest thing you're looking forward to this week? Jamie.
I'll go.
Okay. And Jamie.
Jamie will go.
Okay, Jamie.
So this is the silliest thing, but I just got the email that my daughter came off the wait list for gymnastics, which is once a week for 4 weeks, but I'm very excited that she'll be in something. We did try to start gymnastics with her right before COVID, and then we had like 1 or 2 lessons and had to stop. But I've, of course, being me, a great mom, missed like the sign up date. And here it's like, it goes so fast. And if you miss like the city one, you have to pay for the rec ones, which are really expensive. Anyway, so I like went on the wait list and I was like, oh, yay, my daughter gets to do something, because luckily there was room off the wait list for her to get in.
Yay.
So I'm excited.
Love that.
We're going to go shopping for leotards tomorrow. And yeah, and she's really excited. She's been watching all like the pre-Olympic stuff. So she's happy. So
Oh,
makes my little
I
heart happy.
love that.
me too. What about you, Jen? What are you looking forward to this week?
Well, it's not quite as exciting as Jamie, but it's pretty simple. I'm looking forward to Friday. I just want Friday to come and this week be done. Yeah. Yeah, just go on Friday.
Pass on
Keto
the-
treats and some ice cream. I'm excited. Yeah.
Yay. What about you, Kim?
Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to anything. Just
Yeah,
the
all
weekend
the
in general.
same
Just
stuff.
not having to work. That's it. That's all
Yeah.
I care about.
Cheers.
What about you, Rachel?
I am looking, right now in this very moment, my daughter's with her grandma.
Yay.
And so I have until Friday morning at 10 o'clock to be. And so I'm going to do a ton of stuff. I already took the mermaid's pool down because it's just not the same as it was last year. So I'm going to restructure our garage, which is like that mom bins of stuff, like art projects and stuff, into like a classroom Flanaville style. It's going to be great. And then I'm going to do all the laundry, and I'm going to nap when I'd like. And I'm going to watch however many TV shows I need to. It's going to be great.
Yay.
Well, Rachel, I can send Alyssa over to help with the laundry.
I would put her to good use. I'm telling you, we hang this way, we fold very flexibly.
It's
Yes.
amazing, Kimmy.
Send her.
There'll be no pair of pants unturned with her around, let me tell you.
Well, I am ready. Does she pair socks? Because that's the part I freaking hate.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
We don't
What
do
about
that
you,
here,
Tab?
so.
I'll give her a Skittle per pair. Yeah. What about you, Tabs?
Yeah.
Nixon's birthday party's on Saturday.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
Exciting.
Yay. So we invited all of the kids from his clinic. I'm so excited
Love
about
that.
that. We got some RSVPs from some of the kiddos that he goes to school with, and they're making it sensory friendly. And the
Nice.
place was awesome. So we got it all set up, ready to go 9 a.m. Saturday morning. My
Love
baby's
it.
turning 5. So I know.
Best 5-year-old hair on the planet.
Oh my gosh,
That
I
is
know.
true.
I was trying to decide whether we were going to cut it before the party or not, because he's at that point where it's like in the eyes, you know.
Tabitha, leave his hair before his party. Okay.
Have you seen my haircuts on my son?
Oh,
I mean,
well, I
I'm
saw-
the
I
only
saw
one who does
Nora's.
it. I'm
I
the
saw
only
Nora's.
I'm the
I
only
saw
one who
her.
cuts that hair. Okay. Nora's was a little bit learning curve. We're getting better.
She's got different cowlicks than he
Yeah.
does. I just
Different-
want to say, as the, classically trained hairdresser of the group right now, that Nora's got a rockin' look, and
Oh.
Nixon always has good hair, and you cut it. I mean, just to give you a few props.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
That stuff is thick. It
Yeah.
barely makes it through clippers. We have to do
Yeah,
it
he's
in
got this like
record
sensory
time.
beebs thing to keep it right where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Love it.
Nora's got her 70s vibe going. Very 70s bangs.
Very
Nora's
rocker.
the coolest though.
Very
Nora's
mullety in the sense of like a Miley
Shag.
Cyrus literally wears her hair like that now.
Yeah.
So, like,
70s
R&B,
vibe. for
You are
sure.
killing it.
Yeah.
It fits her spirit. That's for sure.
Amelie has like curtain bangs right now because we're trying to grow out her bangs and they just fall that way. When she did have bangs, she always looked like Dwight from The Office. But apparently curtain bangs are back in. So I'm like, all right.
Hey,
Perfect.
Child.
Killing it. What are you guys not looking forward to this week? Pass. Let's skip over
like
this.
week ending and Sunday, are we considering, because otherwise Kim and I, our answers are done. If
Yeah,
it's
tomorrow.
Sunday.
We're not looking forward to get tomorrow.
Yeah, we don't want to go to work tomorrow.
Through next week. What is what's
Actually, that's not true, ladies. I love going to work. It's adult time. It's
Yes.
fabulous. I
Yes.
love it. I'm not looking
don't
forward to
know
Monday,
yet.
but I steal Kim's answer. I stealed her answer. Just call me if you need some grammatical checks. I stole her answer. Yeah, Monday.
Oh, we have Nixon's. We scheduled his comprehensive school evaluation. So you know how
Oh.
fun that jam is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not excited
Oh, I get
about
to
that.
collect poop. That's also, I'm going to collect poop stools from her. So that's,
You do need a sample. Mhm,
that's the joy of really looking forward to that this week.
mhm.
Oh my gosh. No, that's like a Gen Done nightmare.
And they didn't hand me one swab kit. She handed me two. And I was like,
Oh,
didn't know
gotta
there
be
was
thorough.
two on this requisition, lady.
Do you
Thank
need
you.
both of these? Is one a practice round?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Just in case you miss.
Is this the one for Elmo social story style or good Lord?
Well, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mine is that sleep is gone. Like our sleep skills are gone. And so I am coming home from respite is always a thing for us. Like the transition between doing so well and being home where she can just let it buck is a hard transition, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm like, get some sleep. Well, it's like manageable at home. She's gone right now because she's coming back.
What about you, Jamie? What are you not looking forward to? This is just a light topic here.
Yeah.
I know
What
I
are your
don't have to
problems?
collect poop or anything like that. My son's teeth are coming out. The second one is getting ready to come out, and that's the first one was like a journey with a lot of meltdowns. He wanted it out, but he didn't want us to get it out. Just like a whole thing where like he just doesn't totally understand what's happening and why his teeth are falling out. So I'm nervous about that because we kind of been sitting in a good place where it's just loose and it's not really like a big deal yet. And then also like you, Tabitha, not yet. I haven't got the calls about all like the new evaluations and IEPs and all that stuff we need to do, but I know they're coming because school's starting in a month. And so I'm like waiting for those calls, and getting the calls and making the calls is the worst part for me. Like
Worst.
I mean,
Yes.
going and like having to sit in a room where everyone's criticizing your kid completely sucks. But like the anticipation of that suck with all the other suck, and like how nice or rude is the person on the phone gonna be. So I'm like waiting for those calls, and I should be like the good mom who's like all over it and calling first. But I'm like, I'll just sit here and wait. I'll wait for it to come because it's gonna come anyway.
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
coming.
the gal for me, she was like, so we'll have you come and we'll have you fill out the paperwork for about 10 to 15 minutes, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you just shoot that paperwork ahead of time. I'll fill that
All
out.
that over.
We can
Yeah.
cancel those 15 minutes. I'll have
I'll be
that.
here 4 minutes after that and I'll be sweating
Yeah.
and doing my best.
Yeah.
you.
No, I don't want to sit and do paperwork. That is
No.
no. Please send that ahead of time, lady.
No,
Thank you. Yeah.
I should have mentioned this too. So my youngest got her license today. So that's like
Oh,
it's like I'm happy that she got it because she would have been so upset if she failed. But I said I would have been like, oh, I'm so sorry, but I would have been smiling and so I was patting her back.
But we're all glad we're not driving in the Boston area. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Hey, she's not on the insurance yet, so she can't drive. Every time she won't do something I ask her to do, I'm like, oh, well, maybe I'll forget to call the insurance. So she's like, fine, I'll get it for you.
Well, we wanted to kind of just do some relationship-ish questions. Well, fun
finish our
questions.
series.
Yeah, fun questions that could be related to relationships or our life scheme with relationships. So the first one is, if a movie was made of your life, what genre would it be and who would play you? Who wants to start with this lovely
Oh.
question?
I could go because mine is ready. I am going to go with drama. And this is maybe a reach for this actress, but I do believe she could do it and like bring it home. Zoe Deschanel, based on Bangs Alone.
Yes.
And she
Nailed
would
it.
bring the silly and the curse and the
Yes.
stuff that she would need to bring. So I feel like I'm done. How about you
I don't know. I
guys?
was thinking more a little Bette Midler because that broad has some sass.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Wait, is that for you or for me?
That's for you.
Mm,
A little dance number in there.
Bette is a bad.
I loved that razzle dazzle of Zoe Deschanel, though. That's great.
Yeah.
She does do the razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
Who else? Who's got their movie genre?
Mine would probably be like a coming of age thing. 'Cause I don't think I've ever actually come of age. I just am no clue what I'm
James,
doing.
like, I want to see where this one goes.
Yeah.
And then actress wise, I just think of the people like who people usually compare me to. So like Kat Dennings, because I'm very sarcastic like her. And people say I look like her, although she kind of annoys me sometimes, but I also have to suck that up. A lot of people say, well, they used to, not so much now that I have mom weight, but that I look like
Actually offensive, Jamie. You know.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh.
Party
Oh.
Five.
I can
love
totally
her.
see that now, especially with your hair back. Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I could see
But
that.
really,
Although-
it should be like whoever's the hottest young model looking ish, because that's
Right.
Exactly.
Clearly.
Yes.
Zendaya.
Yeah.
Oh, I
What
love
about
her.
what about you, Jen? What would your movie genre be?
Now, I've heard this a few times from people, so I'm just throwing this out there. In my younger days, I like to have a cocktail or two, and I think I would be a Megan Mullally 80s, 90s girl with some
Yes.
martinis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because who doesn't want to be drinking throughout the day?
Yeah.
I mean,
And
it's
what's your
dirty
genre?
martini. I don't know. Does it matter
I
when you're
love
having
it.
cocktails?
Musical.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not
Sitcom?
musical. Yeah, sitcom.
Can you
What about
imagine the
Sex
amount
and
of
the City?
princesses appearance and song and dance you could have in your musical?
Oh
You
my
should
gosh.
go for musical just because your daughter is kind
Yeah.
of done. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
could do a drinking musical.
Yes. The dinner theater.
Dinner
Tables
theater.
of 5. Get it?
Yeah.
You're onto something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me keep that in mind. Thanks.
What about you, Kim?
Well, the genre would definitely be a comedy because my life is freaking comical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not always in a good way. And I don't know who would play me. I'm trying to think who resembles me the most. Probably like J Lo. I mean, everyone says we look
Obviously.
we have like the same body.
I
You could
love
do
that.
that.
Definitely.
I wouldn't mind her boyfriend either, so that's totally fine. Or I don't know, Megan Fox. I
Ben
mean, I've been,
Affleck plays
I've been-
Neil.
Yes.
what did you say?
Ben Affleck
Ben
plays
Affleck
Neil
plays
too.
Neil.
Yes, exactly. And then I'd be like, J Lo, move over. I'm stepping in for my roles.
What's for dinner?
Oh,
Oh, that's great.
Hey, he would know the accent. He could teach her.
Yeah. Oh,
What about you? What's yours?
mine would. I feel like early years would be After School Special,
After school
Lifetime,
special. Yeah. Yeah.
Lifetime movie.
Got it.
Ends in somewhat success or question mark. We don't know. And then adult life would probably be more of like a lighthearted bridesmaids-ish,
Yeah.
type movie.
Yeah.
And the actress would be hands down Amy Poehler because
Mhm.
my husband says he says I'm a mix between Amy Poehler and what's her bestie from SNL,
Tina Fey.
the Tina Fey.
Tina Fey.
Yeah.
He said I'm a mix between the two of them. So
I love it.
That's so
I
great.
think that would be it for sure. But definitely Lifetime movie at the beginning.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah. Next question is, what is one of your weird quirks that we don't know about you yet that may affect your relationship or not? Who's gonna bite the bullet with this?
I have some serious sensory I really do. I sure do. I blame it on my headaches. It's now exacerbated by the fact that like autism rules my household. And so like now I have to sound the alarm that there's like a FedEx beeping backwards down the street for 2 people. Like
Oh yeah.
we have sound machine for the dog. I mean, it is next frickin' level over here. I get sound issues. And parts of that is like the way my husband chews a burger specifically. And he knows because if I ask for the Beatles at the dinner table, I'm freaking the out in here. Like I am. Yeah. Yes. Somebody
Jamie,
else.
what are your weird quirks?
I mean, I don't know if this is a quirk. I like to watch those pimple popping videos.
Oh my
Like-
God, gross.
Addictive. Like if I like sometimes if I'm really stressed, I watch them.
Oh.
And I do have some like things. It can't be like the huge like cyst bloody mess ones. Like
Oh, my
I can
butt.
watch those, but I'm not into those. But like blackheads, the things that just come out as like a whole pop seed, like
Oh,
Mm.
that's
so
giving
satisfying
me
to me. I'm not-
Yes.
the heebie-jeebies.
Call us
Michelle,
next
I like
time
to
you're
watch people
stressed.
get their feet razored.
Oh God, I love every part of that.
Yeah, it's good. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
I also like have weird hair things. Like I'll stick my hair between my lips sometimes when I'm thinking, which is like just a weird habit
You
I've
do
had.
that. You do that.
call it my
I do that.
stem.
I do that too.
And I'm
Yeah.
always like, people probably think I'm so disgusting because I'll just be like,
And then you know what else you do with your hair?
me?
You have like a cuticle scissor, like a pretty girl cuticle scissor, and you like at random nip your ends. You're
I
like,
can't
oh,
stand
it's
the
a.
split ends.
I know.
And I have
Yeah, I
curly
love that.
hair, so I have so many. So I'm like, my
Oh.
hair's
You'd be a lot of nipping and snipping over here if my hair was down.
What about you, Kim?
Yeah.
Weird quirks.
Oh, I can't think of any.
You drink liquids very, very slowly.
I do.
Abnormally slow. It takes you 4 hours to drink a coffee in the morning. I know that
Oh.
about you.
I never finished my coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm practically perfect in every way.
Well,
too,
that's,
Alex.
I mean, that is just the truth laid out right there. Yeah.
How
I
there's
talk
no-
a lot. I don't know.
That's not weird. That's great.
We just talked about how Kim
We
hates
do
the
love-
silence
Yeah. Yeah.
too. I love that. I needed that this week one time.
I have this weird
Yes.
thing that I didn't know until I think my sister pointed it out or my husband, but I smell my deodorant before I put it on.
So does
It's
Alyssa.
like, it's like to make sure it's working. I don't know. Every time I can't stop doing it. I smell it and then I put it on. Apparently, you have to make sure it's working. Super weird.
That's
Super
so funny.
duper weird.
Jen's like,
Alyssa
that
does
smells
that.
like yesterday pit. What are you doing?
Just a quick sniff, put it on.
And
Still
die.
working. Still working. Okay. Do you have a song that reminds you of a relationship? If so, what song? Any relationship doesn't have to be romantic.
Wild Horses is my song for me and Jesse, my son.
Oh,
That always makes me think. Like my wedding song, which is Faithfully from Journey, makes me think of my husband.
Love that
Aw,
song.
yes, that's a great song.
Wah,
No,
wah.
No,
I have
I was waiting for
True
more.
Colors by Cyndi Lauper is
Yes.
a Sealy song, like every word of a Sealy song.
Mhm.
And in fact, she's not here tonight. And I'm like sad sap scrolling on Flanaville to find my video of it.
oh,
And then my mom, pretty much like any Jackson 5, I'm gonna picture singing in the kitchen with my mom and my brother and my family and stuff.
Mhm.
Shoop.
yes. Hello, me
Shoop
too.
is like an in the car anthem. So I feel like I can picture every best girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like I'm Salter, I'm Peppa. And it's like I've got that memory with 10, 12 people, you know?
Yes,
Yeah.
that was played at every one of my girlfriend's weddings.
Yeah.
For
I
sure.
sang it in a wedding speech.
Yeah,
I did, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So I feel like, I don't know, music is such a big thing to me, but I'm like
Yeah.
still stuck in the Beatles. And I was never a girl that knew that song's name with the band, with like, I
Right.
can't picture the album. I'm not that IMDb or that MTV that like can say the video. Like,
right.
I'm not about that, but I'm like 10 bars in or however music people say it. And I'm like, oh my God, I love this song.
Yeah, I pretty much have one for like all of my siblings. My sister Layla used to listen to The Cure religiously when we were kids. So whenever I hear them, I think of her. My younger brother, Atmosphere, hands down. He's a huge Atmosphere
Yes.
fan. My brother Donald is a punk rock guy, so no effects or anything like that reminds me of him. My sister loves the blues, so any heartfelt blues singer plus some. I mean, they're just music junkies. My whole family. My brother Michael likes that techno, like European type music. My husband, You and I from Wilco was the song we danced to at our wedding. He's a huge John Frusciante fan, so Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Mhm.
I mean, there's thousands. I'm music.
I know, like
Yeah.
I'm remembering all these now, but I'm like, okay.
Yeah, the
Like, oh, this
music
reminds me of this person.
is for sure, or like a time, you can hear a song and it floats you back to that minute
Yep.
Yeah.
of time.
Absolutely.
It's just
Any
incredible.
emo
Yeah.
rock between like 2000.
Yeah.
2008 reminds me of like my two best friends growing up. And
We went to, in high school, we went to all the Warp tours. So any of music on any of those reminds me of high school. So music
Billy
is,
Flanagan, there's like I grew up in the city and he grew up in the country. And so like my friends, like there's this song, She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy.
oh yeah.
That like,
Yeah.
yep. And then there's this Down by the River and the Railroad Tracks, barbecue stain in my white t-shirt,
Oh yeah. Yes, I know
killing
that
me in
one
that
too.
mini skirt. That
Yeah.
song,
Yeah.
that's like just brings me there. Like I'm in his truck and
Yeah. Living your youth.
living my youth.
What about you, Kim? Are you the same? Just like lots of songs?
Yeah, I'm the same. So obviously our wedding song, Save the Best for Last, always reminds me of Neil. Even when I
Aw.
just hear like those first few notes. Any song by Chicago reminds me of my mom and dad, because that was like my mom's thing. And the song Come On Eileen. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yes.
Because my mom's name's Eileen, so we used to always like put it on the jukebox. I'm really dating myself here. And we'd like sing it to her
Say Ferris.
obnoxiously, of course.
Yeah.
Rise Up reminds me of Alyssa. I Can't Help Falling in Love by UB40 reminds me of my son, because I used to sing that to him when he was a baby. So every time I hear that, I think of him. And it's kind
Aw.
of weird now because he's not a baby anymore.
Mm. Yeah.
Like one day I
Yeah.
was saying it and I was like, yeah, this is a little weird now, but it still does remind me. True Colors reminds me of Kira. Yeah, there's just so many. There's so many songs. My sister, it's a song you guys might not even know it. It's a little boat to China, but it's a song from one of our dance recitals. And these like sisters did a duet, and we were like, we want to do a duet, but we never got to do one. But like now, if the song comes on the radio, she'll call me up and like, play. She'll be
Play
like,
it.
"That's
I
so
Do a
awesome, what
duet.
song it is."
Do a duet with you.
Yeah, exactly. We never got our big moment on stage, and
I could make that
That's not-
happen.
Proud
People
Mary
for 5 retreat
Yeah.
for
reminds
city
me
entertainment.
because my sister's name's Mary, but we were going to an amusement park and it came on and we're like, this is your song. And she was like 13 and a sassy little brat. And she's like, how? Because you can't really hear the name in the song. And we wouldn't tell her. We made her like try to figure it out. And she was like getting so mad. So it's just like more of like a joke thing. But yeah, I don't know. And like you said, certain songs just bring, even songs from movies that I'll be like, that's from this movie. And it could be like from like 20 something years
Yes.
ago. Like,
Oh
it
my
just
gosh.
yeah,
There's
you
that
know.
this one song in Love and Basketball. I don't know if you guys ever seen that, but the Cry Fest. The first couple notes, I'm just like, start to sob. How it works every time. What about you, Jen? Any reminder songs?
No, I mean, yeah, I've, songs that I'll hear and think of people, and that song Rise Up very much reminds me of Kaya. Like I do.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, I'll hear a song and I'll think of certain people, but I'm not really that into music. I just sometimes need it to turn the bleep off. It's just I have a lot of noise in my life. So, but I do like to drive and have it blaring, and I listen to a lot of like Jermaine Jackson, Aretha Franklin.
Oh,
I
love
listen
it.
to Gladys Knight and the Pips. Like I listen to really
Motown.
old
Oh,
old stuff.
I
Like
love Motown too.
Lionel Richie and the Command, like all of that
Oh.
old stuff I listen to, and I call them the kids in my office, but they'll be like, "What are you listening to?" And I'm like, Lionel Richie, and they're like, "Who?" I'm like, Nicole Richie's dad. Like they don't even know who the Lionel Richie is. I'm like dancing on the ceiling. So that's the kind of music that I like. So that reminds me of different times and different people.
It's funny because it's like I'm kind of like what Rachel said. It's like I don't necessarily know who I like, just like what I like. So like unless I really like a song, like I mean really like it, I won't be bothered to find out who sings it. I'm not just like a person who like just likes this person or just likes that person. I like all different. Like
Me
I can
too.
like hip hop, I can like alternative rock. I can like pop. Like it's just the
Yeah.
only things I'm not too into is country. I mean, there's some songs that I can tolerate now because my daughter loves country, and I'm always like,
I
they
can
always
come to
end up
that
on my
little
they
one.
always end up on my playlist, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how did this song get here?
There's
Yeah, like,
country and then there's country. Like
Yeah.
Carrie
Oh,
Underwood.
yeah.
I like Carrie Underwood, but I don't
I
really
do
think she's
too.
considered country anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I think
Pop
like
country.
the country, yeah, the country pop crossover I'm okay with. I used to hate it. I couldn't even listen to a country song, but like I've adapted to it over the years. But even then, if I like a country song, I don't care that it's country. Like it's just I just like
I love old school country. Willie Nelson, Patsy Cline, all
I mean,
that
I
Met
do
stuff.
my
I like
grandma on a couch, met my like
Yeah.
that
like
stuff.
I like Kenny Rogers through the years. That was me and my dad's song at my wedding. But like there's
Garth
you know,
Brooks.
there's
Oh,
you know
Yeah.
what's that other song? Yeah, I do like Kenny Rogers actually. So he's I don't know if that's typical country though. I feel like it.
I
Pretty
like Kenny
classic.
Rogers and Lionel Richie when they did a duet.
Know
They were
when to hold
fantastic.
them, know when to walk away.
Oh, yeah.
They did Hello. He wrote like the
Oh.
song. He did a song for Kenny Rogers
Yeah.
and he presents him with an award. And I actually watch it all the time.
I
And
love
like he
it.
jokes about how he had
Good.
half the song written and then it was time to record. And they're like, where's Lionel? And they're like, he's in the bathroom writing the other half. And it was like literally when they're in the studio to record. And it's
That would
funny,
be
like
us.
the two of them, the banter back and forth on stage was, their chemistry was amazing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
My
love
Kenny
stuff like
Rogers.
that.
Yeah. I love Lionel Richie. I love him.
I always sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow to my kids. That reminds me of my kids so much,
Yeah.
even though they hate it now. But when they were babies, it went great.
Yeah.
Not so much now.
And you can
Uh,
sing. I, however, cannot. Kaya, no, Jennifer.
neither.
Nope.
That's
I
what I get.
I can't even hum or like move to anything.
They're like,
Either. We can't dance. We can't sing. There's no
No,
celebration of music.
Seely's like, ask Alexa. Like,
Ask
oh,
Alexa.
sorry.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how cool are you?
10.
10.
Boop.
10. I'm a 10.
I don't want to brag.
7. I don't know. I watched
10.
pimple popping.
I
That
watch
makes
people
me
getting their
cool.
dead
Jamie's a 9
skin of their
after that.
feet cut
I
off. I
love
love it.
Oh my God, I was
have
gonna
time
say,
to be cool. I just
How cool
That
would
makes me
other people in
cool.
your life say you are?
listen, if you're still in my life, you've got to be picking up what I'm laying down. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
That's it for me.
Yes.
Whatevs.
What's the
No.
first thing you notice about the opposite sex?
Their
eyes.
hands.
Hands.
Nails. I'm very, yes, hands.
Short nails, clean nails,
Clean nails. Clean nails.
soft
clean
hands,
Short, I bet.
manly hands. Which do you prefer? Soft hands or
Manly.
manly hands?
Manly. But
I
manly can be
simply
soft and
wanted a
clean and nice.
husband with manly hands and dirty cuticles because I thought that meant that he worked hard and like could do the damn thing. That's the house I grew up in. Mhm.
I'd be washing that damn thing.
I
I'd be like,
know,
you need
I
to bring
know.
those cuticles over here. Over here.
Yeah,
The first thing I notice is eyes.
Eyes.
I'm eyes too. Yeah.
I'm
I'm
a
too busy
hair,
looking at the hands.
hair gal.
Can't worry about
For
that.
sure. Hair. What does
Hair.
your hair look like? Next, when we got together, you had a long ponytail. That surprises you. His children inherited his hair.
I was like, you knew what your
So-
children's hair would be like.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yes.
sold. I am
take
sold
that.
on this. Yeah.
I love a
that.
guy with long hair. Has to be the right long hair, but we want something flowy. And
Something
good looking.
flowy, grabbable.
Some Fabio hair.
Fabio hair, yes. What about you, Jamie?
I don't really. I'm trying to think like when I first look at a guy, when I think like what I look at. I guess probably hair, eyes would probably be it. I
Yeah.
really am like, and I think it's just because I've had a lot of good looking people. No, but I'm just saying like
Mm.
I've come across a lot of good looking people, and then like their personality just sucks. So I don't want to be like cheesy, like, oh, it's personality, but it kind of is like I get that creeper vibe or not vibe right away. So it's kind of like that's kind of what I go off of.
And I think
Are you-
that's why I go for
Creeper
eyes
vibe recently.
because that I'm the same way. And I think it's not just with guys. That's how for everybody that I
Like
mean.
the gateway to chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eyes
Teeth
tell a
too.
lot.
I can't go with
Yeah, teeth
Yeah.
are important. Teeth.
Yeah.
Teeth. I mean, yeah, teeth for sure. Hands, gotta get past the hands first. But everything else, yeah.
I mean, just because I'll say it, I feel like eye contact used to be very important to me. It
Yeah.
sucks to say that as we're all autism moms, but it used to be important to me. Like it used to be a regulator. Yeah.
See, and I'm the other way. I don't like looking. Like I get very, I mean, it's different. I mean, I know it's different with you guys, but like people, like you just like, it's so uncomfortable.
It is when a guy like locks eyes with you.
Yeah, it's like,
Yes.
And he's not moving. That's the creeper thing where it's like, okay,
just
I
keep
see
on, bud.
you.
Or it's like they're looking through you, they're not even looking at you. Then that's
Yeah.
when I'm like, ooh, creep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Up
okay.
here, buddy. Up here.
Jen's
I
looking down
have
at
to-
your
I
hands
can't
though.
Yeah,
talk to
checking out
somebody.
your hands.
I have to have somebody looking at me if I am talking to them. It drives me crazy.
Well, looking
Even if-
at you, yes, but like I don't
I
want to
like-
lock eyes like
No,
we're
get
in
out
a
of it.
love
I'm trying to
fest.
talk to your father. I need to be
mean,
able to see him.
I don't
Father.
mean the eye lock either. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Just eye contact.
Just
I
eye
just mean
contact.
like
Yeah.
a good flow, like where you're even comfortable to look away and come back. and
I'm
it's
not good
still
at eye
okay.
contact.
I like the
Especially
eye lock
with a very
when you
good-looking
can't
person.
speak and you know you want to say something. That's the only time we do the eye lock. I'm
I'm
like,
like, oh, there's
You
something on my phone.
it's not really a romantic one.
It's that we're going to talk about this later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you know what's good for you.
I was thinking about
Look.
like as we've gone through the series, I've been thinking about like the relationships through the span of my life,
Mhm.
you know, like in how I've changed as a person. I was like, have I really changed this much? I think yes.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and answer yes.
For sure. Like
Yeah.
looking back at time is so crazy. Like going through this relationship series, it was so crazy to like think about all your relationships over time, you know, even your marriage, your stuff with your kids. Like we're in the first part of relationships with our kids, really, but like my marriage is, man, we were young. We were young kids. I definitely have changed.
Yeah.
And so was my pant size. Thanks, children.
Thank you. I don't know. I bought my kid and my pant size has changed. I don't think that has a lot to do with just kids. Sorry.
How are you guys feeling about closing up this relationship series? Moving on to the next.
I feel great. I mean, I appreciate having an opportunity to think about like how Sealy relates to people and convey that to others. I feel like in the marriage series, I spoke pretty freely about some of our struggles, which my husband Billy and I are both open about. I feel like maybe if any of our old friends are to listen to a podcast, they could understand that it's not them, it's me. And, you know, I think it's cool to just have a little recap, but it's just hard to relationship. It's hard to make time. It's like, as I listened back to our episodes this past series, I was thinking so many times that we're all just saying the same thing, that it's so hard to give of yourself when you've done all the things. Tabs was here recently and we were talking about another friend of hers and sort of it brought up like chronic things and like how it's, I don't know how to summarize, but we were talking about the spoon theory when she
Oh
was,
yeah.
can I
Like you
restate
start,
that?
yeah, you start your day with a certain amount of spoons, basically,
Correct.
of energy.
And then you use those spoons periodically through the day to get through tasks. So like in the case of Celie Flanagan, say she's got 8 spoons, just like I do. She has to work hard to sit up, to like get up, to be in lights, to put clothes on, to find the bathroom, to give enough to do all the steps, to like engage with me until she gets to her pills, to let those kick in. It's like so much effort given. How much does she really have for the rest of the day? On the other hand, is a person with a lack of sleep starting the day without spoons, like just because I've been going for 6 years with 4 hours of rest, does that mean that I have 1 spoon left? Because it sure damn feels like it. Like, so it's hard to relationship when those things are coming into play. Like it just is at a romantic level, a functional level, a coworker level, a friend level. I mean, for the love of God, I can't even relate to myself sometimes.
Right.
I don't know who the crap I am to relate.
Yeah.
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 I like
I mean,
just thinking about it, I think, and discuss like, and voicing it and having other people also talk and relate, or we all had different experiences, but at the same time, it's like you kind of just wake up one day and you're like, oh crap, I haven't talked to that person, or I haven't but I just haven't been able to. So it's not, like, it's nice to like dissect those things and think about them, but it's also nice to move on and not.
I'm pretty
I think
positive.
too, like a lot of it too, like for me too, is like, I just don't have anything left. Like I'm so drained that like, I don't have the energy to put forth a text that really is just for like, that I don't really want to do, but it's just because I feel like I should
Have to, yeah.
You know, it's like, and it's nothing, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing to do with that person at all. It's just.
Well, that's the this like spoon theory, right? Like you start, if you've had a tough day, like, or your kids have had a tough day, or they've regressed, or you've, like us this week, we were sick, which caused a whole uproar. Then you start out your next day with only 4 spoons. And so you only have 4 spoons to make it through your day and give that energy to the tasks that you have to do. You have to go to work. You have to get the kids to work. By the time you get to work, you're minus 2 spoons. You don't have any spoons left to
Like
shoot
who
that
makes
text
dinner
message.
when you're done with your spoons by 11 a.m.?
Right. Yeah. I think it's good to reflect and like realize that these type of relationships are important to try and manage, but also be realistic that you can't always be the person that you once were previously, as a friend, as a partner, as
And then
anything.
it's like, I find so much time slides by that then it's like almost becomes awkward to like, you know what I
Yes,
mean?
very
Like
much
then it's
so.
like.
Listen, I don't try to hide it. I have fundamentally changed as a person. I have zero to give. I have, like Kim said, I have nothing left at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds terrible. And I'm positive she's not listening to this podcast, but I actually woke up one day in the middle of like the worst time of our lives to someone reading into my page thinking I was talking about them. It's like, girl, get over yourself. You never crossed my mind when I was writing this agonizing, heartfelt story, so over time, I just think it just changes with autism. That's just for me. Every relationship in my life has changed.
We all have these moments in our life where like your life seems to kind of hold still in a way, like our lives definitely are holding still, but everyone moves on without you and you're kind of just stuck where you are. And so it's how do you reconnect with people who have had so many changes when you're just sitting here with,
Yeah. Well, it's that theory, you change together, you change apart.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's funny because I pulled some quotes out of our last episode, and something Rachel said struck me, where she said something like, when you're completely consumed with something, it's hard to be relatable.
Yeah.
And it's so true. Like, it's not just autism. There are other things I feel like in your life that, kind of can do that to you. Having 4 children, I mean, it's a lot. Even talking now, it's like, how the hell did I take care of little, like now I just like go home and I go on the couch and like decompress with my phone. But like before I didn't do that. I'd come home, I'd have to take care of them. I'd have to bring them back and forth to multiple extracurricular hours. That would go on for, I get home from work at 6 and I wouldn't step in the door until 9:30 majority of the night. It's like, I'm like, how did I even do that? I can't even fathom that now. It's like regular life is so much as it is. Like if you have a family and you work full time, like it's so much. And then you add in all these other factors, aging parents, children with special needs, homework, like, oh God.
One of the things that I forgot to say during our friending episode is that I find it very important to have people west of you. If you have this nocturnal, effed up schedule sort of life, you need to have people that are up late further west than you, because then your 2 a.m. is slightly more normal at their 1 a.m, or go double and your 4 a.m. is just their 2 a.m. You also need friends with like effed up kids' sleep schedules, because if that's something you're dealing with, you got to be able to text somebody, hey girl, at 3 a.m.
Yeah. You definitely need a certain kind of special needs mom group to support you through this life. Special needs mom posse to get you through. For everybody listening, that was our relationship series.
You'll get through it though.
You'll get through
now I get to go on the couch when I get home.
Wait a minute. We can't even finish a relationship series without giving one more cheers to our table. and the people with us. I feel like
Love it.
I want to be clear. I am incapable of friending. I cannot manage to like use a communication book in my household with my husband, but I do share enough on our blog to create a community. I do share in these episodes as you guys all do. And the community that we've cultivated that supports and encourages us by way of message every time we launch an episode or
Yes.
a comment on our pages, and the fact that we still are 5 strong. I just want to thank each of you because I can't even friend anymore. I hardly do anything well. And I just am so grateful that I still get to smile with you all in the morning.
Oh,
and
me
the night.
too.
We hit 20 episodes this series. So I think
Yay!
which I'm pretty proud of us for getting through 20. Like, it's a lot. Courtney,
Yes.
5 special needs moms times in 4 different time zones,
Yep.
2 countries. Like, it's pretty insane. So I'm pretty proud of us.
Oh,
me
yeah.
too. Me too.
Absolutely.
So for anyone who's out there who wants to give us feedback, we'd love to hear it. 20 episodes in, let us know. Let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what we can talk about that you'd be interested in. You can message us, email us,
And also find a buddy.
find a friend. Find a friend. So coming next, we're going to have a standalone episode coming soon. And then we'll start a new series. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us at the table for our 4th series, Relationships. Stay tuned for more, and while you wait, make sure to follow us at facebook.com/table45podcast. Individually, you can find Kimberly McIsaac at autismadventureswithalyssa.com, Autism Adventures with Alyssa on Facebook, and the same on Instagram. Jamie Ramos is at jamieramoswrites.com, Jamie Ramos Writes on Facebook and Instagram. Tabitha Cabrera is at pieceofautism.com, Piece of Autism on Facebook, and Piece of Autism on Instagram. Jennifer Dunn is at keepingupwithkaya.com, Keeping Up with Kaya on Facebook, and the same on Instagram. Rachel Flanagan is at flanaville.com, Flanaville on Facebook, and Flanaville3 on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining us at the table. We love sitting with you, and we can't wait to again. We'll see you real soon.